Hi folks, and welcome to Shit Happens. My better half Lori is back in the deer blind now with the crossbow. We've had a little bit of a warm up and she's taken advantage of that before the temperatures get back down into the teens again. So I thought I'd take an opportunity here to put up a quick video. Last weekend my buddy Matt, who we call Gnome, he came up from Columbus to spend the weekend. And typically when he comes up, I have a list of 15 or 20 projects for him to work on. Lori's list for him is usually around 20 items. But believe it or not, this entire weekend we really didn't have anything for him to do. So we just hung out.
You know, I usually come up here and all he wants me to do is work, work, work. This weekend, not so much, just relaxing.
Now we did work on a couple little projects here and there. The first thing that we worked on, he was working on a cutting board at his place and brought it up to run through my planer. And I figured, you know what, since we got the planer out, let's go ahead and run some more boards through. So I ran some catalpa and cherry through because Lori for a long time has wanted me to make a stovetop cover for her, for the stove in the house. A lot of times when we're not using the stove, to me or to her, it's just wasted space. Or we can put that on the stove top. It looks nice, and it offers us a little more room to maybe put some decorations, or even setting a crock pot on it to cook. So anyway, that was one of the projects that we worked on, was building that stove top, and I think it turned out pretty nice. I put some old style handles on it and wrap the outside in walnut. So the finished product came out real good. If I get a request from a friend or something to make one of those for them, I may film it and do a how-to video. Another video I might put together here in the next few days to post on this channel is a review of these heated insoles from the Heat Factory, ProFlex Outdoor heated insoles. I bought these over a year ago, and I wanted to get a whole season under my belt before I did a review on these. I know they're a little bit salty. Most places, even shop it online, they're going to be just right at around $100 or a little more. But I can tell you, in the year that I use these, they're well worth it. And I think I ought to do a review on them. So maybe that's coming down the pike here soon on Shit Happens. So back to the Gnome. Typically when he comes up for the weekend, we always fire up my smoker. And this weekend was no different. We usually do something on the line of a brisket. Most recently we did a bunch of baby back ribs in there. And I told him, you know, let's try something a little bit different this time. So we did a real large batch of Cornish game hens. And let me tell you, those came out superb. I think we had them in a brine overnight with just some brown sugar, salt, mixed with water, and a little bit of seasoning. Put them in the cooler and let them sit overnight. Put a bag of ice on them, and then I think the following day we ran those for, I think, 7 hours on 275. Just till they hit an internal temperature of 165, and then we pulled them out and let them cool a little bit. And that was some of the finest eating we've had in a long time. In addition to doing the Cornish game hens in the smoker Saturday, we also ran a very large batch of venison jerky. I think we had 3 dehydrators going most of the day. Started with about 10 pounds of ground venison that was pre-mixed with the jerky cure, and started those early in the morning, and I think we ran those for about 8 hours. So I was happy to get that done, because now I got the freezer stocked with all these little vacuum sealed packs of deer jerky goodness. And when I do that, I use a jerky shooter. The Judge is the name of the shooter that we use, and it works really good. You can do flat pieces or little round sticks. It comes with both attachments and 2 tubes. Absolutely love using this thing when we make jerky. When Gnome was down here, I had every intention of us taking a couple 4-wheelers across the street with a chainsaw and getting some of the lanes cleared. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for Gnome, unfortunately for me, it flooded down there. We got a lot of heavy rain a couple days before, so there was no offering to do anything down there. But that's all right. That'll be on Matt's list the next time he comes up here. Pretty sure of that. And I think that's going to about wrap it up for this video. Really not a whole lot to talk about other than we had a nice, relaxing weekend. I did start to pick at this barn a little bit, getting some things cleaned up. And hopefully here in the next couple hours, Lori will be walking back up to the house telling me she'll let an arrow fly at a nice buck. It'd be a nice way to start the week. But anyway, thanks for joining me here today on Shit Happens. And until next time, cheers.
You gotta maybe put those in that pan and take them in the house where they'll stay warm, you know? Or they won't get
Fiddle.
stone cold out here. What do you think?
I think I'll have to take out the audio on this.